Hi, I apologise straight off the bat for this very unusual way of contacting you all. I think sometimes that getting across, complex message with nuance in an email is beyond me. And lots of you will know how I've been struggling recently to try and find the time and work out the logistics of coming to meet you all in person. Although that's definitely something that I want to do in the next few weeks. So I will be in touch about dates and times and the way we're going to arrange that. Um, but basically, last night I was judging the Picture Editors Guild Awards. So I've done many times before, but this is the first time, and the first time to the best of my knowledge since I've been at S&S, that there wasn't a single entry there from an S&S photographer with pictures they'd taken while they were working for us. I think Adam Gray entered some videos he did for Barcroft, but there's nothing in that competition that came from SWNS, and that's it's disappointing. It really is, because your pictures are definitely of that standard, and definitely good enough. They survive. They stand up really well against all the other people in that competition. So I thought I might just give you a few thoughts about why I think that's important, why it's important to enter, and then more importantly, moving on to the coming 12 months, how we might do grasp the opportunities that are offered by competitions like that. So I guess there are, for everybody, there's different reasons why they didn't enter. Um, I think probably the main one is that maybe you didn't think your pictures were good enough, and that's not true. I can absolutely tell you, looking at all of them, that your pictures definitely are. But if you're looking back through your portfolio from the year and you're not happy, you don't feel that you've got great news pictures, then maybe that's a great time to stop and think, well, why don't I have great pictures? Why don't I have pictures that I'm proud of, that excite me, that I think are real winners? Because those are the pictures that everyone in this company wants you to be taking. And if you're taking those great pictures, I think you'll feel happiest about coming to work every day, because I know it's this job, your job, is long hours and it's sometimes difficult and very fluid, very dynamic, which um, you know you pay a price for emotionally at the end of it. I certainly did when I was working as a photographer. So um, the best photographers in the Picture Editors Guild will, like Simon Holm from the Yorkshire Post, James Hardesty also from the Yorkshire Post, another favourite, Greg Martin, a local guy from Cornwall. They all take lovely pictures, but they're out finding things to photograph themselves. They're out sourcing their own ideas, developing things that they're interested in, that they want to photograph, that will make great news pictures. And that's something that I don't feel our photographers, you guys, do enough of. Maybe you think that you don't have time for it. The picture desk will always clear time, make time available if you've got a great idea for a picture. That's absolutely what we want you to be doing. Um, you know, at the moment, the picture desk as a group, like financially, is doing fine. You're busy. We're doing a little bit more corporate work where there's not so many commissions from the national papers anymore, and we're still getting lots of spec stuff in, and our prices are, we're having to reduce them because of the market, but they're okay. They're okay. But I'm sort of thinking a few years ahead, but maybe some of those prices, some of the volumes, the different things have changed around a little bit. I think that maybe this year is a time where we are a little bit of a junction in the road, And I want us to take a road where our future, as a picture desk, is in our hands. We can control our destiny a little bit more. The other path, the path where we wait for people to give us work and then do that work, our future's not in our hands. And if that work then dries up, then we're vulnerable. I've watched the local press industry. I've watched that over like my whole career go from being a thing that was reasonably well funded, reasonably well staffed, but the photographers just did what they were asked to do. They invariably got given a job by the news desk, went and did it, and that was what they provided. And then when the newspapers wanted to cut costs, they looked at the value that added to the product, and they saw that it wasn't enough to justify those big teams. And now, across our industry, local newspaper photographers are gone. We're really lucky. We've got, and we are earning plenty enough to keep 16 staff photographers employed, which is absolutely brilliant. But like I say, I'm thinking, 2, 3, 5 years in the future, and I want to be, saying the same things, making the same claims in 5 years' time. Now, what those local newspaper photographers didn't do was they didn't look to see what value they could add to their publications separately from what they were given by news desks. They didn't go and say, well, you know what, nobody's asked me to do this, but there's this great place where I could get a picture of the sunrise, or there's this, I could start doing some video clips of different things at news events. I could start, like I say, adding value to the newspaper that employs me, and that's, like I said, that's what I'm asking you guys to do now, is to look at what you do day in, day out, and look at what you what horizons you set yourself, and maybe think a bit bigger. Think about what projects can you do, what new stories can you come up with, or what issues, what news pictures can you go out there and find and photograph to give yourself pictures that you're proud of, that you want to enter in awards, that are an added value independently from the jobs that news desks generate for us, or that the national papers give us to do. And then I can't underestimate the PR value to you and to the department and to the company in these award ceremonies, of all the judges, like there's 10 of us, looking at all these great pictures. I mean, maybe even if you're not shortlisted, there's value in those 10 picture editors seeing your work, seeing your best pictures, and seeing your name and the company name underneath it. And then, we've always invariably got people on the shortlist, the award ceremony, but the PR value then, even internally within the company, for the directors, the owners of the business, to see that we have award-winning photographers working for us, that you can't underestimate the importance of that. So really, that garbled thing, that was my message, and I do want to meet you all personally over the next few weeks, so that we can talk about how to achieve that for each of you. But I want to just give you this message now, and hopefully enthuse you to see a future where you're more proud of what you do, proud enough of what you do to want to enter it into a competition. Anyway, that's me enough rambling. We'll talk again soon. Thank you.